All right, we are doing the Quordle for March 10th. Now I've decided on some words I'm gonna start with. This is gonna be different than my usual. I'm gonna start with thump, and then login, and then my third word that I'm planning to use is scare, but I just wanna look for a minute and see if there's anything I wanna do differently. So we've got the O's here, which is interesting. There's H's in a lot of the words too. Okay, I'm gonna go with scare. Now this is getting us 15 different letters. We've got R, S, T, L, N, E. We've got all the vowels. So that seems pretty good. So the letters that we haven't used yet that would be good to use would be B and D and F and Y and W probably. Maybe a K. Okay, in the top right here, we've got SH, and then it's gotta be like, it could be sheer. That's possible, a double E. Otherwise, I mean, the R either has to be at the end or right here, which seems unlikely. Shrek, it's gotta be Shrek, right? Ooh, it could be shred. Okay, now that I said that the R there is unlikely, it could be shred. Okay, so shred actually seems better. Now, the good thing about shred, okay, let's look at this word here. Word number 3, we have S-O, and then L, could be solve. Solve would be good there. So I'm thinking shred and solve. What about down here? This could be H-O something. Used to have an L. So a lot of times you like to put an H with an S or a T or a P, but we can't do that in this word. Sometimes it can go with a W, but it's usually at the beginning of the word, so I don't feel like it's gonna be an H, you know, kind of combined with another letter. So it could be the H at the beginning. But we don't have any other, it would almost have to be a double O somehow, because we don't have any other vowels. And it seems unlikely that it ends with a triple consonant, H-O, what would it be? And if it's not an H at the beginning and it has a double O, then it would have to be like L-H at the end or H-L, which isn't gonna work very well. So it's either gotta be H-O-O, but then it's either this or, so maybe it's two O's that are split apart, something like this. Or there could be a different consonant at the beginning, and then there could be a Y in there too. I don't know what that one is. Okay, so do I want to try shred or solve is the question. Shred lets us see if there's a D somewhere. Solve lets us see if there's a V somewhere. It also lets us check another position for the L in this word. Shred doesn't really help us with this first word, unfortunately. It has the S and the H, but we'd be checking the same positions. So, I think I'm gonna go with solve. Even if it's wrong, it lets us check another spot. Well, we would be placing the L then. If it's not here, it has to be in the 4th position. And it checks another spot for the L in word number 4 as well. Let's go with solve. Okay, so it was solve. And we got the L over here, good. So, it could be H-O-L. Holly. Holly would be good with a double L. I like holly. Holly doesn't really help us. It gives us another spot for the H in the first word, but otherwise it doesn't really help us with the other words at all. But shred doesn't really help us with the other words at all either. All right, I'm gonna do holly. It'll let us check the Y for the other words as well, so that's not terrible. Okay, and it is holly, good. Okay, oh good, it did help us with this one, because we've got H, oh, hasty. I think it's hasty, let's go with hasty, there we go, okay. Now we've got S-H, I think it's shred. Ooh, it's not shred, oh no. S-H something E-R? Sheer. It's gotta be sheer, that's what I thought it was too. Okay, sheer, all right. Well, that was actually my first instinct, and then I convinced myself it was shred, so there you go. That was the Quordle for March 10th. Let me know how you did with today's Quordle, and I'll see you again soon with some more puzzles. Thanks. Bye.